When you're visiting the family of the bereaved, are you committing bid'ah, innovation? Let's see. As.a.w. wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. I hope you're all well. So recently I have been to a ta'ziyah after many months or years. And I thought, you know what? Let's actually make a reminder of what's the correct etiquette and the sunnah way of doing ta'ziyah. So first, let's go over what the innovations are. So first, this khatam al-Quran, which is, stems from the South Asian community, where everybody gathers around and they all read the full Quran. So the dead person can get the reward. So they'll usually do that day 1, 2, 3, and then day 7, day 10, day 20, 30, and then every annually. This is an innovation. They'll be having the dhikr seeds, so the date seeds as well. And they'll be doing congregational dhikrs and du'as. For example, that's another innovation as well. Also as well, when they feed people as well, so when they're expecting people, they shouldn't really be expecting people, and if you do, you shouldn't really be feeding them. It should be the other way around. So if they're feeding somebody, again, this is an innovation which is makruh, which is disliked. So one of the evidence from the Sahaba is Jarir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anh said, we would consider gathering with the deceased family and eating their prepared food as an act of al-niyaha. Another hadith in Sahih Muslim said, two issues in people which is considered as an act of kufr: to find faults in people's lineage, and al-niyaha, which is audibly crying loud or wailing. Again, this is another bid'ah as well, crying loud and wailing, what unfortunately a lot of women do. Another innovation is as well when somebody comes, they all stand up and gather. So yeah, they all stand up to give them salam or whatever. Again, this is not what the Prophet ﷺ did. The Prophet ﷺ went down to the person as an act of humility. So the evidence for this being wrong is in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim as well. So it is reported when the Prophet ﷺ was sitting down with his companions and someone came to greet him, he would respond to the salam while sitting, and the newcomer would sit with him. And the Prophet ﷺ also said as well, whoever loves that man should stand up for him, let him take his seat in the fire. That's in Abu Dawood as well, that's being graded Sahih. But for example, Ibn Uthaymi rahimahullah said, if standing up is occasionally done out of respect or assistance, there's no harm, but if it is done constantly and it becomes a habit and a sign of glorifying, it's disliked. So also as well, you'll see a lot of people just sitting down for ages and chatting and nattering about, talking about all sorts of stuff. So Sheikh bin Baz rahimahullah also said that there is no harm about speaking to the people of the deceased about general worldly matters after giving condolences, as long as it does not involve anything sinful or laughter. So essentially, best thing to do, yeah, sure, you can talk for a little bit, but just keep it short and simple and try not to make, like a laughing matter or a joke. It's a very serious, very emotional time. Now let's do a full U-turn. Anyways, I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to bore you. So what is the ta'ziyah? Ta'ziyah just literally means comforting. To console, to comfort, to give solace to somebody who is suffering grief. The virtues of the ta'ziyah are, the Prophet ﷺ said, a Muslim who consoles his brother will be clothed with garments of honour by Allah on the day of Qiyamah. Whoever consoles a bereaved mother will be dressed with a garment or a special garment in paradise. Whoever consoles an afflicted person will receive the same reward as basically the sufferer who has sabr. So essentially, what is it? So how do you do it? So the ta'ziyah, it's only 3 days. The best thing to do, only visit the bereaved once and just keep it short and simple. After that, you shouldn't come, because then again it can remind them of the pain. So the best thing to do is after the 3 days, help. Obviously they need to move on. But the exceptions are, if somebody is very, very far away, if they did not know about it, then they are allowed to come to the family and give them comfort or console them, and also pay their respects as well. So basically, let's just keep it short and simple. The sunnah way of giving the ta'ziyah, you come in, give them, say as-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So just sit down, console them, say inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, a'zam Allahu ajrak, wa ahsana aza'ak, wa ghafara li mayyitak. So that means indeed to Allah we belong and to Allah we will return. May Allah magnify your reward, grant you the best of consolation, and forgive your deceased. Anyways, then you just say a few words. You just say a few words of comfort. I'll say it in English, but you can find Arabic for it anyways. Be patient and seek your reward from Allah, for Allah gives great reward to those who are patient. We ask Allah to have mercy upon him and make his grave a garden from paradise. To make his grave a garden from the gardens of paradise. Well, let's remind you the story of the Sahaba. So Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh said that at the time of his death, a Bedouin was able to console him when nobody else could console him. So he recited a poem, the last part of which said, "Better for you than Abbas is a reward you will receive after him, and Allah is better for you. So Allah is better than you for Abbas." So again, if you remind the brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, we all have to return to Allah, and surely returning to Allah or being with Allah is better than being with us. And anyway, this is only a temporary displacement, for sooner or later, inshallah, we'll be returning to, we'll all be together again, and it'll be forever with no pain, no anxiety, no tears. It'll be pure bliss, pure happiness. So the evidence by our Nabi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is, so he consoled his daughter with saying these words, "Inna lillahi ma akhadh, wa lahu ma a'ta, wa kulli shay'in 'indah, bi'ajali musamma, faltasbir wal tahtasib." Whatever Allah takes is his, and whatever he gives is his, and everything has an appointed time, so be patient and seek rewards. This is in Sahih Bukhari. So you can inform the bereaved that you're going to do some optional good deeds, such as giving sadaqah jariyah, for example, on behalf. Again, this will make them happy. Or you just ask them if there's anything you need. Best thing to do is just quietly make the dua, for example, Allahumma ighfir lahu, warhamhu wa'afi, wa'afu an. Oh Allah, forgive him, have mercy on him, pardon him, and protect him, and then leave. Simple as that. So no added extra innovations, no bid'ahs. Just keep it short and simple. Stay a few minutes, and that's it. Don't come back again. And inshallah, you yourself will gain a great reward on the Day of Judgment. Anyway, so the next time, s.a.w. wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.